Right, hello everyone. In this video, we're going to continue with our ECS exercises. So let's start with our, without further ado, let's begin. ECR, so this one, we'll execute this to create a load balancer. Then we're going to take note of the ARN of our load balancer, which is this one, and we're going to take note of it. Um, Deployment no notes deployment notes dot empty. Right, so this is our ELB ARN. Should we put it on a JSON? That no, it's just like that. So ALB ARN. Then let's create our target group. So our target group, this one, it's port 80, IP address, VPC, target type IP, VPC, so on. Yeah, so let's create this. Control C first. Oh man, let's open a new one. Okay. Why is it like that? Why is this? Why is this like this? Go to our home, repos, this one, then where is it? This one. Why is there something weird? Yeah, I think it's all okay. So what is this? Anyway, so let's create the target group. This target group. So the target group ARN is this one. Copy that and put it on the deployment notes. Okay, target group 1 is that one, ARN. Target group 1 ARN. ALB ARN. Next is we want to create the listener. So with that, we will copy the ARN of the load balancer here and the ARN of the target group. Right, and then let's create the listener. So our listener has been created. So let's create the second target group, which is this one here. Okay, let's create the second target group, that one, and then get the ARN, copy, This is target group 2 ARN, and then let's also create the listener. So still the ALB will still be this one, and then the target group ARN is this one. And then let's create this second listener. And when calling the create listener operation, a listener already exists on this port for this load balancer. Okay, so what are we going to change then? We need to change this to 81 for port 81. So let's try port 81 like that. Okay, so we have created that. And then for the task definition, have we created the cluster yet? We still have to create the cluster. So let's create a cluster. So take note of the clusters ARN. Alright, so cluster ARN is this one. And then let's create the task definition. This will be our task definition. ECR Fargate task. And let's check for the ECR target task. Do we need to update anything here? We are pointing to the container image in the ECR execution rule Fargate, so nothing needs nothing to change there. Go to README, then execute the creation of the task definition, registration of the task definition. Right, so this is the task def. Let's copy that. And let's put it here. Task def ARN. So what else needs to be? This is the container name. Right, container name, and then the image task definition family. This one session rule requires. Alright, so I think it's all good here. Next is we want to create the service. So let's create the service. So let's go and check the service JSON. So in the service JSON target group ARN. So we're going to use this ARN target group ARN. Then the container name is coder infantry. Then all CodeDeploy. Yeah, so this is the one CodeDeploy latest. Right, so this is the one missing in the console creation. Alright, so that's it. Let's execute the creation of our service. Alright, so the service ARN is this one. Copy and service ARN is this one. What else needs to be taken care of? This one is the target group. And let's validate that if we have that in here. So we got a target group, task definition, task set. Yeah, what else needs to be done here? Task set, load balancer. Is this the load balancer that we have? We want search for that load balancer, huh? Yeah, that's a target group. Right, what else? ARN, oh, role ARN is the AWS service rule for ECS. And we've done. Let's go back to the README, obtain DNS. So we'll obtain the DNS. It'll give us the DNS of our app. So on, copy and load it here. Then there's our coder infantry. And then create the CodeDeploy. Right, so this is the application ID. So create the deployment group. So let's check what is that in the deployment group. So this is the deployment group. So in the deployment group creation, do we have to, yeah, so these are the target groups, listener. Okay, so we might want to add this, which is a different now. Okay, so this is our listener service rule. All right, I think that is the one missing in our earlier run. And let's go to the creation of our deployment group. Create our deployment group. Invalid listener and target group 1, huh? Invalid load balancer tutorial listener elastic load balancing. So this is the ARN. Right. Target group. Listener. Not target group. Listener. Where's our listeners? Where is our listener ARN? So that is the thing. We go to the target groups. Go to the target group. Go to where is that listener? Target groups. Go to this target group. Hey, where's the listeners? Load balancer. Where are we now? Alright, so go to EC2. Go to our ALB load balancer. And then let's check this one. listeners and rules. So for the first one, yeah, we'll get the ARN copied and then copy this baby girl in here. Oh, this is the service rule. We need to copy that in here. Alright, so that should be the one that mess up our deployment before this video. No application file name tutorial. Application name. Yeah, so let's go to our readme. This is the deployment. We'll deploy. This one here might be the one. Tutorial blue green app. Tutorial blue green app. So this is the deployment group. It's complaining about yeah, so this one should have a JX, and now the name of this one, this is the deployment. Our deployment here will also have deployment group still tutorial. Alright, so let's go to our deployment. I still have tutorial. Right. So let's retry. That should give us the deployment group ID. And so the deployment group has been created, and second target group, yeah, we don't need this anymore to be here, should be on top. And then it's task definition. So by the way, in our app spec, we want to update the task definition ARN to be this one. Then let's put that in there. And so the app spec has been updated. Let's go to readme, then let's create the bucket. After creating the bucket, we will upload the app spec, and then yeah, okay, so then let's create the deploy, create the CodeDeploy deployment. Right, so this one is the creation of the deployment, and let's check what is that deployment JSON is all about. So the create deployment, it's just pointing to where the app spec is. So the application name is this one, and deployment group name, yeah, this one. All right, so let's upload that, execute that, and that should create a deployment. And let's go to the CodeDeploy, CodeDeploy, right, and then go straight to the deployment tab. In here should have this one, and then view detail. Yeah, there you go, it's now running. Do we have a build project in here so that we can just rebuild our Angular? No. Yeah, so anyway, let's just wait for the deployment to finish, and we'll try to deploy our .NET and our node after this. Alright, so everything has been completed. Let's go and check our, yeah, well, it's still, no, I think it will load a different IP. So let's go to the ECS in here. So that is the purpose of the load balancer. So where is the application load balancer? Um, yeah, where is it? Yeah, I think we need to get that. This service, where's our ALB? So this is our ALB. This one, view the load balancer. The load balancer will have its DNS. So this is the DNS of our load balancer, which is we're going to take note of, and then let us, yeah, it's already there. Yeah, it's already loaded. Yep, so this one here, it's there. And if we let's update that first. Right, yeah, so we know that in our previous videos that one of our in our ECR, one of our application is .NET, and somehow it's getting errors when we tried to deploy it before. But let's try here if we are able to deploy that. Um, we're going to create another test definition. This one here, Fargate, but this one would be ECR.NET Fargate. So this is a .NET and this is a Dockerized .NET. So this one, we will copy this ARN and put the ARN here. Oh no, the ARN image. And this one here will be the name, JX Coder API. Alright, and then the family name would be JX. Yeah, so let's replace this like that. No, it's just a lot. Deployment nodes. So app spec. Okay, so we'll just use this one, JX.NET. Right, so this one, and then we want to update the dev nodes here is okay, because we're going to change that. And this one here will also be the ARN of the test of this test definition that will be created, right? Okay, so that's it. There's a .NET. There's a new kid in town. We want to replace our Angular with the .NET. So can we do that easily? Just switch the task definition. So let's check. So in our task definitions here, this one here would be .NET task def. And this one will be pointing to the .NET Fargate. And then let's register this task def. Okay, and it will give us an ARN, this one, copy that ARN, our notes. Where's our notes? Deployment notes. .NET. This is the task def, right? Task def 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Task def, and then this is the container name, which we already know. This one, and this is the image. This one, container info, right? And let's continue. So we have created a test diff, and now we want to create a service. So our service, this one, which is this one, is pointing to a different task definition. So we're now going to create the folder services. And this one here would be jx.net service. Yeah, just give it a chance. Blue green dot JSON, and also this one will now, I will not transfer this one yet, or yeah, we'll just transfer that here. And this one will now copy this and paste this in here, and then the task definition will now have a .NET and target ARN group, target group. I think I'm not sure if this will still be fine because we're just switching. And so that's it. Let's create the service. Let's go to README, and then let's create a service. There will now be services in front of this, and this will now have .NET. And by the way, we should have copy and paste that there and remove the .NET in front of it, and yeah, this one here. So let's create the service. Let's go here, create the service. Allow to load, no such file. Go .NET. Okay, so let's recreate. Coder infantry does not exist. What? Coder infantry does not exist in task definition. Why are you looking for the coder infantry? Yeah, so this one here, it will now be coder, JX coder API. This one, and yeah. Okay, so the service name will now have .NET service name. Okay, so let's see where those service names are located. So this one should now have a delete for delete service. This one here should have a delete for a service that has .NET. Well, this one's here. Services, deployment nodes, README, there's a .NET, so on, your services, ECS service, Says J service. Then there's that is for the deployment group. And then this one here still be JX service, right? And let's execute that. So let's go and what's the last command? Create a service. Okay, the target group does not have associated load balancer. What? That is the creation of the service. Does not have an associated load balancer. So this one test if. So this one. What's this? Create service target group with target group. What do you mean that does not have an associated load balancer? That is our target group. So let's go to the target group in here. Target group is this target group. So in our deployment notes, our target group, this one, and then on our service, this one, we want to put that, which is the same. And why is it complaining? Maybe it's because, so this is the task definition. What is the name of our task definition? Task definition, yeah. And let's rename so that we can get the name correctly. And then let's go to readme. This should be the one. Right, create that. When calling the service operation, the target group, create service operation, the target group with target group is one does not have an associated load balancer. Why? Why you think that I don't have that associated load balancer? Because if I refresh this, should still be running, right? Right, still ride horse. If you want to ride, it's to ride horse. So this is the services. Yeah. Ride horse, ride horse. Blue green one target does not have associated load balancer. Is it really true? So if we go to the target group, is it complaining about a target group ARN? Right, so where is this target group? Mm, I don't want to, I just want to replace this with that container. Alright, so I think it won't work. So I think that's it. For the next video, we'll just um, do the .NET new one. Alright, so but we already have a working Angular through ECS here, and then CodeDeploy. And we are okay. So next is we want to load the deploy the .NET um, image. Right. So till the next video. Bye.